Welcome to day 5 of the Pathways to Aviation Career Symposium. I hate to say that we're finally here, but we are here. We actually think this might be the finest day of the week, so maybe we're saving the best for last. If you have not been with us, Pathways to Aviation is a nonprofit organization which informs, inspires, and engages aviation's next generation. And we do that through a number of ways, but through this week, we're doing it by connecting job seekers, students, mentors, industry leaders, recruiters, employers, all of them together to create professional connections, open doors to scholarships, internships, and full-time jobs. And speaking of jobs, we start out each day with, an interview or an exchange with Abby Hutter of jsfirm.com, who's going to share with us some tips from jsfirm.com and maybe a job or two. And Abby, we want to welcome you to the final job announcements of the week. And before you start, I just want to say thank you for your participation. Want to share that we truly value our relationship with jsfirm.com and everything that you guys do to create opportunities for job seekers and certainly employers seeking great talent. So thank you very much for everything. And what do you have for us today?
Thanks, Pete. I have to say too, thank you for inviting jsfirm.com into this week. And as much as I'd love to have the whole team on, I have enjoyed participating in this myself this week. And it's been fun to focus on a different aspect of site every day and also, a different job type, whether it be a pilot, mechanic. And today I think we're kind of taking the approach of education, early on. And I want to show everybody today how you can use jsfirm.com even if you are still in college. Heck, you can use it if you're in high school. It's just a little bit different. And what's changed, I know when I first started here, I'd be at trade shows and you'd have somebody that maybe only had 2 years of experience or they didn't graduate yet. And we were like, no. Do not put your resume on jsfirm.com. You got to get experience. That's what the companies want. My gosh, it's a completely different world now. So we've built this whole system for college students on our website that lets companies know that, hey, this person's still in college. This is what they're working on. We highlight them a different color. They know that it's a student, but they know that, they're coming up. So it's just something we've done because we know now a lot of times companies will hire people with no experience with the thought that, hey, I can train this person to be exactly how I want them. And they're not coming in with bad habits from other companies or other traits they may have picked up. So it's really short today. I'm going to go ahead and hop out to the website. It's pretty easy. And I am going to turn this off and make this small. Okay, so everybody should be able to see the site. And I'm logged in as a job seeker here. And you can see I am in my profile section. So when you're a student, and again, it can be high school as well. And I'm going to show you here, years of experience. So when you're filling this information out, you have the option for current student, entry level, and then these different years. So the great part about signing up as a student on our website, and some people might say, oh, I don't want the company to know I'm still in school, but you absolutely do want them to know. So that way they're, you want to be honest with them. And the best part on our site here, so let's say I'm a current student, some college, because that's where I'm going to Embry-Riddle right now, which is cool. That means I'm in Florida. And then what you fill out here is your expected graduation date. So we're in, let's just say I'm going to graduate in November of 2020. And what happens is on the programming on our website, when November 1st, 2020 comes, what happens is our site automatically switches you from current student to entry level. And that's going to take away the green highlight that companies see on the resume search. And it's just going to let them know, hey, you're graduated now and your resume is going to be, in the entry level search category. So with that being said, I also wanted to show, for anyone who may have not jumped into the site, and I probably should have mentioned it briefly before I started, just as a reminder, we are a free website for aviation job seekers. And a lot of times some people think, including myself, that aviation is just pilots and mechanics, but we have all sorts of jobs. So we have aviation companies across the country that might be looking for administration people, accounting people, all kinds. And then we have a whole category of other people that don't really fit into any of these categories. So sometimes you can find some really fun jobs in here. And I guess my reminder to everybody, well, actually we'll run that search here in the other category. My biggest tip is to create that free account so that you do have access to use this map. So here you go. Here's all the other jobs across the country, well, the world. I'm going to zoom in here, and you'll see if you scroll down through the list. So like here's a detection enforcement officer. I'm not even entirely sure what that is, but that's with the Custom Border Patrol with the Marine, Air and Marine operations. So a lot of times you can find some really neat jobs in this area. So my tips in passing on Friday are simply that when you're using the site, you know, again, you can use as a guest your entire career, but the benefits of creating that account is being able to follow companies, get job alerts, use our map, message companies. The benefits are just endless. And again, there is no cost. And it's also important to note that jsfirm.com, we're not recruiters. As much as we would love to individually find people jobs or even connect you in the way that Pathways to Aviation does, we are simply that portal. The company advertises the job, and then the job seekers go after and apply to those jobs through our website. And as we talked about earlier this week, I highly recommend don't just click and apply on jsfirm.com. You know, tailor that resume to that job, then apply, then call, then email, send a letter in the mail. You got to know too that you're one of maybe sometimes hundreds of applications. So you got to make yourself stand out. And those are the tips that we try to give the job seekers every day who call into our office.
That is solid, because we're always giving tips. And what I love about what you guys do is we work with the students and job seekers. We work them through their career readiness platform and process, if you will. And we help them identify their skills and hone in on those, help them write their resumes, help them develop their pitch when they're in person or through these video calls, so that when they go to you guys and submit or create a profile and upload their resume, it's sharp. And I feel like we're a feeder to jsfirm.com. And like you, we're not recruiters. We don't place anybody, but we love to connect. Mm-hmm. So we'll guide these individuals toward their greatness. And then we connect them to the possibilities that are out in the industry. And you're certainly a vehicle to help make that happen too. So that's why I like this relationship, is that we're in it for both the candidate and the employer, because we want this industry to thrive. And the way we're going about it is through talent. And if we can help tailor that talent to success, then we're both going to win. And even better, the industry wins, the people we bring into this fold win, that whole sort of thing too. So that's why I love the relationship. That's why I love the platform that you guys present, because I can go in as a candidate, create a profile, update it whenever I want, update my resume. It's really kind of cool. And I think you guys have 17 or 18 categories, if I remember correctly, because we have them posted on our website. Mm-hmm. We call it our job board, but it's really powered or boosted by you guys. And that's a lot of categories for me to click and find the type of job that I'm seeking. And, you know, personally, I love the other, because I'm the other in that category. So that's why I love what you guys offer. You make it easy for students and job seekers to really position themselves for greatness. So it's pretty cool. We're pretty excited to have met you. And now you're doing all these things with career fairs, and you're at the air shows, and you're really making it so that it's easy to find a job.
Yeah, and I think my final tip would be, especially with the high school and the college students, we often recommend for people, you know, if there's a job type that you know you're interested in, you know you want to do, find that job on our website. Find the job description. Start doing the things that they're looking for now, or keeping track of, you know, your volunteer hours, things that you maybe wouldn't think of, but when you can have almost frame it, like, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going after, I want to make sure I can check off all these boxes. So it's great, especially at the high school level, for kids to see, you know, what's going to be needed if they want to work for Gulfstream and do this job. So it's just a great resource.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing that I wouldn't even call it a job board, because it's not even fair, because most people go to your site to find the job. But I think it's an even better resource for those who want to do research. I can be a freshman in high school, and I may not be looking for a job now, but I can go on there, I can save all these employers and all these positions and start doing my research to get to know those employers, understand what the positions are all about and what they're requiring of me, so I know what classes to take, maybe other backgrounds, maybe some soft skills to have. Like, you can totally create some research just through your platform where it becomes more than a job board. And that's what I love, because I can look out 5 years from now and say, okay, I know I want to work for these types of companies in these roles. And thanks to jsfirm.com, I have that information. So pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. And that's what we try to do. We don't want to be the place that people come only when they're looking for a job, but how can we interact with our users, you know, year round, day after day? What keeps them coming back? And it's things like that that we work on internally to stay engaged.
Cool. Well, thank you isn't enough. Those words are meaningless compared to how we truly feel about you guys. And we truly appreciate having you on every day this week. We know it was a commitment for you. We hope that we've stimulated others to join the jsfirm.com family by creating profiles and uploading their resumes. I know we're hearing from students and job seekers, and they're asking questions about you guys, and we're saying go for it. So this has been amazing. I do anticipate maybe something like this in the future, so be open to that invitation. But we're very excited and very thankful for everything that you guys have done this week.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having us, and we definitely appreciate our partnership, and we're always open to any new ideas to help with anything. Even if you need me to come out to Reno, I will make that sacrifice.
Well, and we may have to go out there too. So it's two-sided. Well, again, we're going to close this out, but just want to thank you very much. And if you're a student or a job seeker looking for an opportunity, as we've always mentioned, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Don't just put them with us or others. Make that basket as full of resources for you as possible. And the same goes to the employer. Don't just focus on us or jsfirm.com, use others, but we really want you to use both of us. So, hey, Abby, until we see each other next, may everything go your way, and we'll be in touch.